Broadcasting in his underwear.
Hold up. Wait a minute.
From the Genius Media Group studio in his basement, somewhere in the Beverly neighborhood of Chicago, Illinois, you're listening to the Do One Thing for 30 Minutes Everyday podcast.
It's Do One Thing for 30 Minutes Every Day. It's Delvin. I'm the host, and this podcast is for you. Today is being Monday, not just a regular Monday. It's Man Up Monday today. Monday, April the 6th. It's the first Monday of April. So it is also a Monday, and that makes it Man Up Mondays. So welcome to it. And you will notice that right up here is my Block M. It's my neon Block M, because I am celebrating Michigan. I have been a Michigan fan, a Michigan man for almost 3/4 of my life. I think since I graduated high school back in 1984, I have always loved the University of Michigan. And I'm looking forward to, I had to go back to my parents' home to see if I can find my letter from the University of Michigan, because that would be something that needs to be framed. So as I go on today, or the Monday, today is also National Championship Monday. It is the big game today between Connecticut and Michigan. Who will take it? Number 2 Connecticut beat number 3 Illinois in order to make it to the championship game. Michigan, which I thought would be a much tighter game, just opened up a can on Arizona, number 1 Arizona. And it wasn't even close in the end, or in the beginning, or anywhere in the middle. It just was a rout. That's all it was. So number 1 Michigan versus number 2 Connecticut tonight for the championship. And you already know as I brighten up my neon and Block him, as I brighten that sign up, you already know who I'm voting for, who I'm running with tonight. Michigan. Big tonight for the championship. I'm saying it right now. So, Man Up Mondays, a lot of things that we need to talk about. A lot that we need to talk about. And I'm going to start this entire thing off by just asking the question. Did you listen to the last podcast? The last podcast can be found on Do One Thing for 30 Minutes Every Day on our website, onefor30.com. Onefor30.com is the website to go to. You'll find all of our content there for Unmuted the podcast, for Do One Thing for 30 Minutes Every Day, and for Man Up Mondays. You'll see everything there at onefor30.com. It's also on our YouTube page. We're recording now more often to be put onto the YouTube page. So subscribe to the page as well. YouTube. You can find us at the Genius Media Group on YouTube. Okay, so with all of that being said, select a way that you can follow us, and do so you can get updates on when we go live or when we submit content. Okay, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and Apple Podcasts if you want to listen, or if you want to see us, you can do so on the YouTube page of the Genius Media Group. If you want to hear us as well, go to the website, the number 1, FOR30.com, onefor30.com. Do that today. But today being Man Up Mondays, I just want to come on here for a few minutes and just ask a few questions. Just a few. As a man, I think it's important that we have these discussions as far as what's going on in the life of a man. Ladies, if you know a man and you love a man, you might want to share this with him. Men, if you are a man, you might want to huddle up or watch this podcast, and I want to know what you think. Okay, when I was growing up, there were a lot of things that I was. I was a very shy and introverted person growing up. It took a lot for me to break out of a shell that I was in, but I wound up doing that. I took a chance, a risk to come out of my shell a little bit. I did that as a musician. I became a little bit more gregarious. I became a little bit more out there, and I started to do things that I normally wouldn't do, and it kind of got me out of this shell that I was in to protect myself. But all of that really was a mask for who I was and what I was hiding. To be honest with you, now that I am approaching 60, there's been a lot of things that have been challenges to me. Marriage has been a challenge to me, because I've been divorced before. Finances have been a challenge to me because I have not had any money before. Stress, job stress, all kinds of stress have been challenges to me before because I have had my share of stress. Raising teenagers. How many of you all can raise your hand to that? That is probably one of the most stressful things that there is, trying to raise a teenager. Communication, time management, procrastination, anger management, all of these things, lack of confidence, all of those things have been things that I have had challenges with as a man. But probably one of, if not the most challenging thing that I have ever had to encounter in being a man is knowing when or not knowing when to ask for help. The most challenging thing for a man is learning how to ask for help. And I'm telling you this because that is probably one of the biggest struggles that I deal with. Knowing that I need help and not asking for it. I'm not saying that I don't get it, but I have trouble sometimes with doing that. Have you ever found yourself in a position that you needed help and you just didn't know how to ask for it, or you decided not to ask for it, knowing that you needed it and the chips fell wherever the chips fell? That's been me before. And I know I'm not alone because that's probably one of the biggest things that men struggle with. So today on this Man Up Monday, I want to try to address that, tackle that if I can, by just asking some questions. Okay? I have a list of questions here that I'm going to read to you, and I just want to find out from you. Men, does this fit you? Ladies, does this fit some man that you know? Or does this fit some man that you love? Okay? 1, are you judgmental toward those who make different lifestyle choices? Do I have to say it again? Are you judgmental toward those who make different lifestyle choices? Okay. Number 2, do you frequently correct or criticize those closest to you? 3, are you a perfectionist? Because that's me. Me. Are you a perfectionist, and do you get easily annoyed or impatient with others? That is me. I get annoyed easily. I'm probably impatient when it comes to the work that I'm trying to do. And when I invite others in or need other people to do it and they don't do it and I get annoyed, I say, well, I might as well just do it myself. That's me. Do you think that your way is the right way, the only way, or the best way most of the time? All of the time. Again, that's me. It's hard for people to measure up to your expectations. Do you avoid participating in certain things out of fear of being embarrassed or looking foolish? Are you afraid to ask for help or admit when you are struggling with something? Again, that's me. Do you have a hard time reaching out and building relationships with men that you don't know? I will just say, just not just men, just people that you don't know. Do you have a hard time reaching out and building relationships with people that you don't know? Lastly, are you sitting there reading? Are you sitting there thinking that none of these things apply to you? Come on. The reason why pride is such a challenge for men is usually the root cause of all of these things that I listed. Struggling marriage, emotionally disengaging teenagers, addiction to alcohol, poor communication, poor intimacy issues, overwhelming job, all kind of financial struggles, and lack of friendships. That's only the fruit of a deeper problem in our inability to admit that we are struggling, asking for help. So today, I'm here to let you know that you are not alone. I too struggle with that. That is a regular occurrence for me. Not saying that I need help all the time, but when I do need it, I fail miserably in asking for it. Not that I can't, once help is given, that I won't follow instructions or anything, but it's a pride issue sometimes. Pridefully, I stand in the way of my own success because I don't want people helping me, knowing that I need the help. Isn't that crazy? I mean, that's got to be crazy. So I want to offer you three things that I think will help solve your problem. If you want to overcome this pride and overcome this inability to ask for help, three things off the top of my head that I think that you need to start doing. Number one, surrender. Easy, right? Surrender. I've never seen a drowning man get himself out of the water. It may happen, but 9 times out of 10, you need help getting out of that water. Okay, so you just surrender. Admit to others that you need help and that you can't solve this problem on your own. Surrender. That sets you up for number 2. Pray. Pray for the strength, pray for the resources, and pray for the support that you need from others to deal with your struggle. Okay? Strength, resources, and support. Pray for those 3 things that you need from other people to help deal with your struggle. Okay? And number 3, last thing, I need you to act. Apply the wisdom that you receive from wise counsel of others. Apply it. Does no good to ask for help. You get the help and then you don't apply it. Apply the wisdom that you receive from others. When you need help, go to wise counsel and apply what they are telling you. I kind of felt a little, I felt better admitting it to myself. Now I need to apply these 3 principles to help me. I need to surrender, I need to pray, and I need to act on it. Okay, so that means that the people who are in my life, I need to talk to them more. I need to go to them more. And if it's help that I need, I can't keep my mouth shut. You can't keep your mouth shut if you need the help. And I know a lot of people are asking questions like, well, why aren't you asking for help? You stay on your problems, I'll stay on mine. No, I'm only playing. See, that's something that somebody would say that's defensive. I don't want to be defensive. Okay? I am learning at 60 to approach things differently because I did things differently when I was in my 30s, my 40s, now my 50s. Now I'm turning that corner and opening up the door to 60. Can't keep doing the same thing. So I need that help. So I'm asking you for help. Help me get this podcast where it needs to go. Can you share this with somebody today? Can you invite somebody into this conversation? Can you subscribe to the podcast? Man Up Mondays happens every Monday on Do One Thing for 30 minutes every day. I would love for you to join us in this ride toward better manhood. Man, I just remember there was a time that I used to listen to this guy. His name was Louis Palau. And he would say some things, I guess at the time, this was back in the early 90s. He would say some things that to men, when he said it, everybody's head went back. Like, I can't believe he said that. And this was in the 90s. If I could be today's Louis Palau, I would do that. Because I've learned some things and we need to talk about some things that will probably jerk your head back too. Because every man in there kind of shook themselves and kind of woke up a little bit when he said it. And I just want to do the same thing here. I want you to wake up and apply some of this stuff. Because on Man Up Mondays, we're not judging anything. We're not judging you. I'm laying it all on the line. I'm letting you know what worked for me or what didn't work for me. And I know that there are other people out there with the same problems as me. So why can't we talk about them? Do One Thing for 30 minutes every day is the podcast. 1for30.com is the website. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. You can listen to every episode that we have on those platforms and subscribe to the Genius Media Group on YouTube so you can continue to get updates when we present content to you. I'm Delvin. Man Up Mondays. Go Blue. I'll talk to you next time. If you're ready to keep showing up for yourself, one day, one practice, one 30-minute window at a time, subscribe. Do One Thing for 30 minutes every day drops new episodes that walk with you, not ahead of you. Thanks for listening.
This is an iHeart podcast. Guaranteed human.